Hello and welcome. Thanks for tuning into the Disembodied Screams podcast. Those returning, thank you. Those new to this podcast, welcome. Now let's get started with another spooky song deep dive on the YouTube side of things. I've been going through the Phantasm movies in the Phantasm series. I'm going to be dropping Phantasm 1, 2 in long form. And then I'm going to kind of run through parts 3 through 5 in a short. So if you do indeed enjoy Phantasm throughout this month, I will be dropping stuff based on that movie. And after watching those movies again, enjoyed them immensely, except for 3 was okay. 5 I never want to see again. It was just a terrible movie. 4 had a lot to like in it, but 1 and 2 are absolute bangers. And actually part 1 in the Phantasm series, it's probably my top 10. It's up there with some of my big favorites I love to watch, like the Rocky Horror Picture Show and Psycho, and even beyond horror, like Chinatown and Batman Begins. Phantasm is well up there for me now. So love that movie, and I love it even more every time I watch it. So I thought, I'm talking Phantasm, so why not let's do some spooky songs from a band called Mortician. And this band is not for everybody. I've kind of built a layer, like you start with your Metallicas, or even go a little lower, start with your Priest, and then your Metallicas, then you jump into your death metal, then maybe something else beyond that. Then you get into Mortician. Mortician is definitely not for everybody. And I only like them kind of sparingly from time to time. I do enjoy them, but I got to be in the right frame of mind for them. But they've done a lot on Phantasm. I mentioned their first EP had something to do with the Tall Man. I think he was on the cover of that EP. They got these 2 songs based around Phantasm. So I thought I'd go ahead and let's get into them. And without further delay, 2 minutes in, YouTube's going to hate me for this. Let's get into these songs. The first song is called Mortician. It's from their album Hacked Up for Barbecue. Love this cover. I'm actually going to cover the Hacked Up for Barbecue album sometime pretty soon. But this cover just rocks solid. I mean, it's probably a 6. I mean, there's dismembered bodies, chair with, human parts on it. There's blood everywhere. There's like a dead pig here. I think it's based on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So looking forward to getting into that Hacked Up for Barbecue when I get around to it. But this album is the debut studio album by American death metal band Mortician, released October 1996 by Relapse Records. The album was later reissued as a 2-on-1 package with the band's 1998 EP, Zombie Apocalypse. And I had a little trouble when I was listening to this album for the first time, trying to figure out where Hacked Up for Barbecue begins and ends and all that jazz. And I think I got it figured out. So anyways, if you have a little trouble, just Google it and then figure out where that ends. And I think Hacked Up for Barbecue actually ends with Mortician, if I'm not mistaken. So if you're listening to this on a streamer and you get to Mortician, you've reached the end of the album Hacked Up for Barbecue. All right, let's get into this song, Mortician, by the band Mortician. Right? Yeah, it always confuses me. All right, it goes like this. Morbid bringer of death descends unto the earth, exhumes the fresh graves, corpses are turned to slaves. He drains your blood and embalms you alive, steals your soul as your body rots and dies. Mortuary his morbid home, cemetery his creatures roam. Enter your life will end, creeping spears descend. And I gotta say, the spears in the Phantasm series, among some of my favorite kill weapons in any horror movie out there. They look amazing. And make them look so good in the first Phantasm on that little minimal budget. Chef's kiss. Don Coscarelli, chef's kiss. Perfection. All right, he goes on to say, the spears drill the blood and the brains from your head. Your body twists and jerks until you're finally dead. Funeral's over, the casket's closed. Your body starts to decompose. Remains are to be destroyed, brought into the crematory. Enters into your home. He comes to take your soul. Mortician, you can't escape. Dead, you're in the hearse. And that is the spooky song deep dive for the song Mortician by the band Mortician. And I thought Since I'm still on this kind of Phantasm kick, of course, I would dive into their other song that I found called Lord of the Dead, Mortician Part 2, from their album Chainsaw Dismemberment. It is the second studio album by Mortician, released July 6, 1999 by Relapse Records, nearly three years after Hacked Up for Barbecue. And another great cover. I mean, yeah, this cover is another one. Sorry, just banged my tablet into the table, if you heard that on the mic. This cover is another good one, man. You got a girl tied up, leg hacked off. You got like a desiccated head beside her. You got a head on a spike over here in the corner on a pole. You got people tied up. You got somebody in the doorway with a chainsaw. There's blues and yellows, and the Mortician logo looks badass as well. So another great cover. I don't know if I will cover this album or not. I probably will eventually, as long as the podcast runs on. Because I will say whoever mixed the audio on this one, I'm not a big fan of, because it's already hard enough to hear the vocals on these albums, and like on this album especially, like the vocals are so low. Whoever mixed it, the music just overpowers it a lot of times. You really got to have speakers on to listen to it. So if you go dive into this album, make sure you have headphones on, really good headphones on. Don't listen to it with the windows down in the car, because you won't be able to hear the vocals at all. You'll just hear a lot of rumbling and bass. All right, song goes like this. This is the spooky song deep dive, Lord of the Dead, Mortician Part 2. It goes like this. Nightmare coming true, tall man comes for you. Chills run down your spine, you know it's time to die. Spear drills in your head, now you're lying dead. Last one at the wake, tall man robs your grave. From the hearse into the morgue, blood is drained out of your corpse, body crushed into a dwarf. Morbid creature in a hooded robe, Mortician, lord of slaves. No chance for escape, sent off through the gates, you won't be seen again. So that's a spooky song deep dive for that song. And that's the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed this kind of doubling up of spooky songs this time. Like I said, going through the Phantasm stuff on YouTube. So please hop over to YouTube and check out the Disembodied Screams YouTube channel. I cover movies over there, not just music. I stick music to exclusively to the podcast side of things. There's a links in the show notes for all that. So, all right. But if you do enjoy these spooky song deep dives, after swinging over to YouTube, swing again over to the Patreon page and check out my Vile song deep dives. If you're on YouTube, the link is at the top of the page. You're on the podcast side of things, link is in the show notes. And what I'm doing over there, I'm diving into songs and albums and things like that are too vile for human consumption. I'm putting them behind a paywall because I'm kind of scared YouTube or the podcast might take me down if I cover some of these Cannibal Corpse things. Even Entombed has one I saw with like a headless body. It looks like it'd be a good vile one to do. But I've been also posting some movie scripts over there that I write movie scripts for my movies, and I post those over there as well. And I think I'm going to start trying to post my music scripts as well over there. And it's for $1 a month. So even if I don't post as often as I would like to, you're still supporting me for $12 a year. And it's not too bad. Yeah, times are tough, times are rough. So I'm trying to keep it at $1. So hopefully, if you do enjoy what I'm doing here, swing on over to those two places, YouTube and Patreon, if you're on the podcast side of things. That's it. Take care. Be good. And go out today and crank you some Mortician. And then let me know in the comments what your thoughts are about this band. Let me know your favorite song by them, your favorite album by them. Have you even listened to them before? Am I bringing them to your attention? Things like that in the comments on Spotify or YouTube. Songlines@gmail.com if you want to send me an email. All right. Take care. Be good.